The hydrogen separator is a very big idea for me because when I started bringing out ideas, I studied my environment a lot.
Okay.
So from there, I studied about the gas we use at home, our generator. Immediately the light is off, everywhere is black. The gas immediately is finished. Even sometimes if you're cooking, it might just finish at the middle of where we were cooking. So I now came up with this idea that what can I do to just be powering all these things without going out, stuff like that. Then I now came up with water, salt, etc. And I was like, okay, let me put it like this, put it like this. Then I came up with the hydrogen separator to power the generator and the gas.
Very good. And the cooking gas with the water, how does that actually work?
We separate hydrogen from the water. So it brings out gas, something like gas. Then you just insert it to the gas and on the gas start cooking.
All right, very good. Now, Olushoji, obviously you must have discovered the prowess your son had at a very early age. So did he receive any assistance, in terms of having this done?
Well, I discovered late, not at early stage.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, he is an art student,
okay,
even up to now, though at my own instance and at my own insistence.
Which a lot of people will find very surprising.
Yes,
an art student.
An art student, because I insisted that, because I studied law, and I thought that he's my first son, he's the firstborn of the family, and I thought that he should take after my profession. Okay. So I forced him into that art class, and probably I won't say I'm regretting it 100%. All right. But I discovered him late when he invented power bike, toy power bike, and he took it to school. And because in their old school they have this platform, WhatsApp platform. And the platform, I was able to view it from my own office. And when I got to my TIMILEHIN, what happened? Where is that power bike? So he wanted to hide it from me, rather. And and I said, well, I've seen them. I've seen the power bike. Let me see it. And henceforth, from there, going forward, I said, now henceforth I will continue to support you. And I've been giving him that support financially, even within my own limited resources, and I'm giving him that support morally, to ensure that he attains his potentials.
And this is part, your coming here is part of that support as well. Now, in view of what you've just said, in terms of him going further, because you find that inventors at his age, we've had several people in the past, but it ends at the stage, at the middle. Okay, we're not seeing much government support in that, just to encourage them, in terms of doing this. So have you gotten any support in that direction?
Well, I must confess, the only financial support I've gotten so far was from Indomie, Dufil Food, the maker of Indomie. 2 years ago, he was awarded the best innovator and inventor in the country. And he was given 1 million naira, and that alone, went far in his
research,
and also in his academics.
All right.
Because I was able to, buy so many things with that money.
Okay.
So that actually took off load from me. That is one, and others. Well, just about 2 days ago, about on Sunday, last week, he was given an award. That is, I will call it a moral motivation. Okay. Because that award carries no financial implication, but now it means that somebody somewhere is, encouraging him, and he's being inspired by what he's doing.
All right, very good, Olushoji. Now, Gabriel, beyond the hydrogen separator and the cooking gas, tell us more about the other inventions you have on at the moment.
The other inventions I have, like I said, the very first thing I created was a power bike. Okay. Which I studied about my environment, because I see that where we live, we take a bike to where we. So then the power bike.
All right, let's talk about the water fountain, which is more germane. We're seeing that on the screen right now. So what exactly does that do? How do you come up with this idea? Is it just by, yes, you've said the environment and everything, but something must have inspired you to actually put up the engineering aspect of it into play.
You see, we have this TV at home, Go
Okay.
TV.
All right.
And there's a particular channel on that Go TV is called the Discovery World,
Okay.
Discovery Family. So, and you know, they were doing something about water or stuff like that.
Okay.
They brought about a
water
boat.
engineer? Yes.
Yes, they brought about a boat. The boat was like staying on a position
All right.
and started turning the propeller and it was splashing water all about. Then after that, they now brought a hose, a pipe to the propeller's place. Then they were now rolling they were now trying to pump water, maybe it's going to bring out water.
Okay.
Then I was like, what are these people doing? Because those people, they like creating things different. Then I now brought up it, okay, let me put this cup here, straw. And I now brought up about a pumping machine, a mini pumping machine that I did myself.
All right.
Then I now put everything together and it works.
And it worked. All right, very good. Now, you know, yes. Now, let me just ask this question. Yes, you've gone very far regarding all these inventions and as it were. But then again, you still need a little bit of update. You know, are there plans for you to go back to school? And I know your father said he more or less, you know, forced you into taking art subjects. So are you planning on taking something like engineering or, as it were, to help you further in your research?
For now, no, I'm not.
Why is that? Because you might need more of those learning abilities to at least apply to your
As it
your
is now,
inventions.
I am trying to have a home teacher
Okay.
to teach me about science from SS1 to SS3. So I will be able to know more about these inventions and stuff like that.
Okay. Are there any also plans to mass produce it? Because, like we said, it doesn't make sense for you to just have all these inventions and they're just lying there fallow, you know. There should be more plans to encourage young inventors like Gabriel.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you. Let me just first of all answer what what we're trying to say. Since I forced him to reading art subjects, so I discovered very late. I wanted
him.
Yes. Now I have made arrangement for home teachers who will teach him science subject so that he can, because you see, you can't do all this invention with arts knowledge, obviously. You must have science background. So that will propel him to have the basic principles of science, and it will help him a lot.
Okay.
So now that one is ongoing as we speak now. Then back to your question, that what are we doing? My plan is to ensure that he furthers his studies, probably outside the country, if I have the resources, or if I have somebody who might want to sponsor him, obviously, so that he can go outside, come back, and because like you said, it makes no sense for him to create all those things and put them at the shelf. I mean, it's of no use.
Very good, Olusoji. Now, what has been your inspiration, Gabriel? You can't sit somewhere and expect all of these things to just come. Yes, you've seen your environment, which has been a great influence on you, as you've said, but there must be something down, within you that said, okay, fine, if this can be achieved, I can also do something as well. So what inspired you to take the gauntlet and, go with it?
This thing I'm doing is like a God-given talent to me. Because if it isn't a God-given talent, I won't be an art student and be preparing all these things.
Yes.
So as it is now, it's like a God-given talent to me. Yeah. So I just like creating things. I like.
You see God, you see somebody,
Well, since you said it's a talent in within, and obviously he's exploiting that talent, and we're thankful for that. So, what plans do you have? Beyond this moment, you want to go further. Okay, your secondary school, university, your plans. You're through with secondary school right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're out with your results and everything.
Yes, sir.
So what other plans do you have? I know your father said he's going to get you a teacher and to further your inventions as well. Science-based. So you don't have any plans? Maybe probably to go to a polytechnic as well. Maybe to take up.
Yes.
They're more technically induced as well.
Yes.
Okay. So in what field would you like to have that? Engineering, obviously, at this rate.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
So,
if I may come in, yes, I rather, because of the disparity in education sector in Nigeria, university polytechnics, I rather want him to go to university at once.
okay.
So that is if he's going that in Nigeria. If he's doing that in Nigeria,
Okay.
but if it's overseas, that one is okay by me. Okay. But if it's Nigeria, yes, then for, in engineering courses like mechanical or electrical, so that one will be able to, he will be able to have an in-depth knowledge of what he's doing. Because what he's doing now is just, is like one you are looking at from the obscurity level. But when he goes into the thing proper, you'll be able to know the rudiments, the principle behind all those things. That is, because obviously there are principles behind propeller, behind this, so he'll be able to know that, so that he can do even more exploit.
All right, very good. Now,
like I said, we need...
Yes, that's obvious. Now, Gabriel, on a final note, what advice would you give, to other youths who have talents such as yourself, in believing in themselves?
I want to advise them that they should never give up on anything they're doing. Because sometimes, if I'm working, I feel discouraged a lot. But I have it in mind that I can do this thing. Then I bring it up to I can just take a nap for some minutes. But immediately I come up, wake up, I'm going to start doing that thing, like as if I was blessed.
Okay.
But I want to tell them that they should never give up on everything, and even if they don't have any support,
All right.
one day support is going to come from somewhere.
Very good.